Hi. So now in this chapter we will discuss about data types in Python NumPy. Okay. Let me write it. NumPy data. NumPy data types. Look, by default, Python have certain data types like strings, integer, float, boolean, complex. Okay. So these are some basic inbuilt data type in Python. But if we will talk about data type in NumPy, then NumPy has some extra data type, and we actually refer these data type to one character. Like, let me write it here, like I for integer. Okay, and same like B for boolean. Let me write B for boolean. Okay, like F for float, float. Okay, like C for complex float. There is M also, small m small m is for time delta, capital M for date time, O for object. A lot of data types are there, but let me tell you frankly some common data type what we actually use in our real life NumPy project. Okay, so we will discuss that data type only here. Okay, so first you need to understand what is the data type of an array. Okay, data type, type of data, type of array, type of uh, uh, the variable, what actually its data type. But here we actually refer that data type to D type. Let me write it here. The NumPy array object, okay, has a property. This is a theoretical definition. Okay, if somebody asks you this in interview, then you should only remember this. The NumPy array object has a property, okay, which is called D type. Okay, and that returns the data type of an array. Understood? I apologize for my spelling again. So now we will see the example. First let me import the NumPy as np. Understood? Then let me take a variable sharat and then np.array. I'll make an array. Okay, and I'll make an list as 1, 2, 3 and 4. Let's say there are 4 values over here. Okay, now I want to print I want to print the D type of this sharat. Sharat dot D type. Okay, so if you will run this, you can see it is saying int32, means it is a integer data type of 32 bit of data. Understood? Okay, now let me show you one more example. Let's say I'll create an array which will contain a string. Here I have taken a integer. So let me copy this, copy, and then same paste it here, delete it. Now let's say apple, okay, banana and cherry. Okay, they all should be in a string. They all are a string. So a string, you can give single inverted comma, double inverted comma, both the inverted commas is supportable. Okay, so if I want the data type, it is saying U6. Okay, means universal 6. It is a data type actually. Okay, there is one more thing in NumPy, that if you want to create an array with a defined data type, then you can create. Look, actually, let me create a heading first. Creating arrays with a defined data type. Look, we use the array function to create an arrays, right? np.arrays, understood? So this function can take an optional argument also, means dtype, that actually allows us to define the unexpected data type of the array element. How to do this? Let me paste again the same thing, and 1 2 3 4 is an integer, okay, but just suppose here I want to give an optional argument called dtype is equal to, let's say I want to give capital S. Okay, so what is the capital S? Capital S is actually a string. Okay, this is an integer. 1 2 3 4 is an integer. I want to convert it to a string, but you know, one can't be a string, right? But if you will convert this, then it will give me some different thing. Okay, it will take an optional additional means argument before or after that 1 or 2. Let me print this, because if I'll print this, it will say the output S1, but I want to print what will be the answer. If I'll print Sharad, look, B1, B2, B3, B4. Understood? And one more thing, if you want to create an array with a data type of certain bytes like 16 byte, 32 byte, 4 byte, then also you can do this. Why I am showing you all these things, you will get when you will do a project. Okay, but for now just remember this. This is a theoretical class only. Okay, let me again paste, but let me give a heading what we are doing here, so that you could refer it in future. Here what we will do, we will create an array with a data type, let's say 4 byte integer value. Okay, 4 bytes. So for this what we will do, we will again take an optional argument dtype, okay, and is equal to, and for giving a specific bytes, because this 1 2 3 4 value is an integer, so we will put I, and we want to give 4 bytes, so we will type 4. That's it. Okay, and if I'll print the thing Sharad over here, then you can see 1 2 3 4 is printed, and now it is int 32. Okay, this is the good one. And what if a value cannot be converted? Because if a type is given in which element can't be casted, then NumPy will raise an value error. Okay, because this is an integer type, but just in any case I want to put it like a string or something, then what will be the output? First you need to understand what is the value error. Value error in Python is basically raised when a type of passed argument to a function is incorrect or unexpected by the compiler. Okay, like let me paste the same thing here, value error sharad.numpy.array 1 2 3 4. Okay, just suppose here I want to give it like a string. So what I can do, Okay, a is good, a is an string, but just suppose in inverted comma I have given 2. Okay, in same inverted comma I'll give 3. As I know this is an integer, but I am treating it as a string, and I am saying dtype that convert it to integer. So what will happen if I'll run this? I'm getting an value error. What value error? Invalid literal for integer part with base 10 a. Understood? Because this is can't be converted into integer. We can convert the numerical part to a string part, but a can't be converted. Okay, but we can convert the data type on an existing array. It will not cause a value error. Let me show you how. Converting data type on an existing array. Look, the best way to change the data type of an existing array is actually to make a copy of the array with as type method. I'll show you. Okay, this method as type, it's actually a good method. This is a function actually, and it create a copy of an array and allow you to specify the data type as a parameter. Okay, and here the data type can be specified using a string like f, what we have discussed earlier in the video, means f for float, I for integer, and that's all. You can give an optional argument and it will convert, and then you can use the data type directly like float or integer or something. Okay, so now I'll show you an example. Looks like example. Here what we will do, we will change the data type from float to integer. Okay, but what we will use? By using this I. Okay, this parameter. So let me import the same thing. No, I will not import because I have already completed. Let me paste this Sharad. Okay, then array. Here let me give it a float type of thing. So like 1.1, then comma, let's say 2.1, then comma, then 3.1. Let me give a space so that you could see it clearly. Okay, so this is a float. I know this is a float, right? But if I'll make a copy of it, let me Sharad copy. Okay, and Sharad. Okay, this is my first variable dot as type, and then I'll do what? I'll put I, because I want to convert it to integer. So I, and then if I'll print the new one, means Sharad copy. Okay, and I'll do the same thing to Sharad copy dtype. What will happen if I'll run this? You can see it got converted. That time previously it was on float, and now it is converted to integer. By what condition? We have changed the data type from float to integer by using I parameter, by making a copy. Okay, let me give you one more example. Here, let me give you one more example. Here what we will do, we will change but what we can do, we can use the boolean. Boolean will be a complex, so yes, we can do. We will change Let me change data type. I want to show you some different examples so that it could be clear. integer to boolean. Okay, yes. Maybe spelling is wrong, boolean, yes. So let me paste it again, the same thing. Okay, np.array. Here I'll give some integer like 0 and 3 or 4 or something. 3 is sufficient right now. Just suppose again I'll make a copy, or Sharad1, okay, is equal to Sharad. Now I'll again type the AS type. I want to change it now to, okay, I want to change it now to the boolean value. For boolean we will type bool, okay, and I'll do the same thing. I'll print Sharad1. I want to show you what is happening here. That's the reason I am printing both, and here I'll again print Sharad1 dtype. So let's see if it got converted to bool or not. Yes, 103 true, false, true. 0 is always false, 3 is true, 1 is true. It got converted into bool. That's it, we succeed. Okay, so these are some basic type. Let me write one more thing over here. Not here. Wait, I'll write here. I want to show you the list. You will get it on Google, but let me write it for you. Let me write the list of all data types in NumPy. Okay, let me write it. I is basically for integer. Okay, B is for boolean value. U is actually for unsigned. It is rarely used, but I want you to remember this: unsigned integer, integer. Okay, F is for float. C is also there. C is for actually complex float. Okay, there is one more thing, M, for time delta. I'll show you these things in the upcoming projects where we will see some live project. Okay, there is capital M also. Capital M is basically for date time. There is capital O also. Capital O we use for object. Capital S for a string, you have seen, and there is one more for Unicode a string. Okay, these are some basic things what we actually use in our real life projects, and you should remember this if you want to use NumPy. And always remember this, because if you are a data science student or machine learning, AI, something you are doing, then you should remember NumPy always. Every argument, every classes, every subclasses, every function of NumPy, because NumPy is the most necessary library for machine learning and artificial intelligence. Understood? So that's all for this section. I'll see you in the next video. If you have any doubt, then watch the video again and again and again. But still, if you face anything, let me know via comment. I'll try to answer it as soon as possible. Okay, so that's all for now. See you in the next video. Bye bye.